Whoa, okay, I almost did. Whoa, that was close. I should really get up now. Yawning, I let out a small groan as I stretch, practically fall out of bed. Once my legs remember how to work, I begin to gather all my things. While stumbling around the room, I bumped into my chair, and my uniform slides to the dusty floor. Slides to the dusty floor. Great. Great, let's look like the new homeless student. Oh man. I shake out my uniform and am successful at getting most of the dust off of it. Good enough. Nothing about this uniform feels natural. Nobody my age wears a suit and tie every day, because that's basically what this is. Plus, the material's pretty stiff. I guess that's the price you pay for looking sharp. After successfully dressing myself, I run my hands through my hair, trying to flatten most of it down before grabbing my bag and heading downstairs. What about the toothpaste? What about the mouthwash? What about washing your face? Nikki frowns when I finally make it to the kitchen. I don't know what she's so annoyed about. I'm the one who could have used at least another hour of sleep.
Finally, I thought you'd fallen back asleep.
I wish I did. Actually, I'm kind of hungry, actually. I grunted in response and sit at the table, yawning widely. That's my sound effect version of it. Before me is a plate of eggs and toast, and my stomach growls at the promise of food. I dig in with gusto, but a grimace at first bite. This is cold.
That's what happens when you lounge around in bed all morning. Now eat faster, we're going to be late.
Geez, someone's crabby this in the morning. We finished our meals in silence, with Nikki occasionally shooting the hurried glances at me. I wolf down my food and gather my stuff, then meet Nikki by the door.
How are you going to get to the academy?
Bus. Motorcycle, obviously.
Oh, you don't need a permit then? I remember you were worrying about that.
Yo, I legit just want to drive. Permit, I completely forgot. I'll need a parking permit for my bike, but they should have a visitor's parking which I can use if I can find a spot. What should I do? Should I take the motorcycle anyways and hope for the best, or should I take the bus today and take my bike once I've gotten my permit? Well, my first time, I picked the bus. Now we're gonna pick the motorcycle. And I'm sure I'll be fine if I take my motorcycle. There must be at least some form of parking that doesn't require a permit. Yeah, I'll take my bike.
Oh, right, of course. I forgot how much you cried when it was taken for shipping.
Very funny. Now I might not offer you a ride.
Even if you did, I'd still have to pass. I need to figure out how to navigate around Isokaze sometime, right?
Really? Being seen on a bike like mine would automatically make you the most popular girl in school. I'm sure you'll want to pass up such a great opportunity.
Please, have you met me? With my winsome smile and ample charm, I won't need your bike to be popular.
Wow, if you have way with words like that, you'll be just fine. Whatever you say. Nikki heads towards the bus stop and waves goodbye.
Good luck on your first day.
You too. Oh yeah, you too. After parting with Nikki, I make my way to the garage. I can't believe I even considered the bus a possibility when my baby is waiting for me. My heart pounds in anticipation as the garage door crawls open and bathes my pride and joy in a halo of soft light. The way the sun sparkles off the polished metal nearly brings me to wait, nearly brings tears to my eyes. I tenderly caress the bike's smooth curves. Wait, we've been apart for so long. Nah, but now we're finally reunited. I'll never leave you again. Oh, this guy's like a bike fetish. Vaulting the dude, how like unfit are you? You can't even get on the bike. Vaulting on the back of the bike, I drop into its seat with a soft thud. Still as comfortable as ever. Settling my hands on the handles as I go through the nuisance of preparation, I get the feeling I'm forgetting something important. Something that will protect my brain from becoming pavement pizza. Shh, helmets are for wimps. Safety first. Right. Like I am like I'll be caught wearing one of those lame things. Turn on the ignition. The roar of the motor sends a shiver down my spine. Perfect. I rev the bike several times, enjoying the sound before driving into the street. Watch like a cop pulls us over. Gotta stop violating cop. Actually, let me get a screenshot. This is the life. Nothing beats the thrill of the open road. Oh, no, this is even better. Okay. The number of bugs I choke on ruins the event just a tad, but this is the life I chose. No regrets. Traffic is in my favor and I make good progress. Or progress, wherever you're from. The stoplight ahead of me is green. Perfect. Hopefully it stays that way long enough for me to pass. Stay green, 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 stay. No, yellow. I'm actually not that far away, but it'll be a close call. I'm pretty sure I can still make it. I tighten my grip on the handles, then got it. Got it. Oh snap, guys. Yeah, sometimes you'll see timers, but you have to read through your options pretty quickly. I can make it. I slam the gas's roars with renewed strength. I almost feel home free. Just a little bit more and Coyote Tommy cut. Whoa. I see a flash of red hair at the corner of my eye. Swerving to the side, I narrowly avoid a student. That was a close one. Yeah, who's this? Actually, I don't like that face. Let's see if she changes face. Face. She topples backwards onto the ground as her belongings scatter across a good portion of the crossing. She blinks up at me in a daze. This is what I need. This is the first, I'm guessing, chick that goes to my school. Or girl, if some of you feel offensive when I say chick. But that's quickly replaced with the scariest looking face I've ever seen. Oh. This is my fault. I should help her. I should really help her. Are you okay? Here, take my hand. I extend my hand towards her, but she swats it away.
Don't touch me!
She takes several deep breaths, then heaves herself unsteadily to her feet. Once she finds her footing, she dusts off her uniform, and suddenly she whirls on me.
Are you blind? You could have killed me!
Wait, is it whirl or whales? No, she whirls on me.
Are you blind?
I'm really...
What were you thinking? I swear, these days, any idiot can get a license.
She gestures to the book skewed, strewn across the road.
Look at what you've done!
It's not a pretty sight. She runs her hands through her hair in growing frustration. Whenever I try to apologize, she interrupts me with another verbal beating. She's a fiery one, that's for sure. I apologize and offer to help her gather her things. Whatever, I'm out. I don't deserve this barrage of insults. I can understand her anger and frustration, I admit I'm in the wrong, so I will bite my tongue and take the abuse. She takes a breath and stoops to pick up her things. It takes forever for her to gather all of her. It'll take forever for her to gather all of this stuff by herself. I wheel my bike to the side of the road and try to help her, but whenever I pick up something, she snatches it out of my hands. I need to get her attention so I can make things right. I pick up a book before she can snatch it back. I offer it to her.
Huh? What?
To her. I said to her. To her. Her gaze trickles back and forth from me to the book. Her eyes narrow the longer she does it. But her eyes narrowing the longer she does so.
Why are you still here? Haven't you caused enough trouble?
Yo, this girl's she's a freaking B word. She steals the book out of my hand. Well, technically she takes it and I steals it because it's her fucking book. I'm really sorry. Look, I'm really sorry. She folds her arms, the fire easing in her eyes. So can I help you? She shrugs, dropping the book. I return into her bag.
Whatever. Do what you want.
I think that's her way of saying yes. I jump right into gathering her fallen things. It's not long before we're done. She checks her bag.
That looks like everything.
I'm so sorry. An uncomfortable silence falls between us. You better start walking. She gazed down at her feet for a moment. The previous hostility is gone. I mean, she still looks annoyed, but not in the I'm about to bludgeon you to death with my books and dump your body in the sewer kind of way.
Thanks. I guess. Even if this was all your fault to begin with.
I rub the back of my head with a sheepish grin. No problem. Again, I'm really sorry for all this.
Whatever. I'm going to be late if I stand around chatting to an idiot like you all day. Bye.
Wow. Still, she tries to hurt me. She shoulders past me and marches away at a brisk pace. I soothe looser as she turns the corner. Well, that was something. I head back to my bike, confident that I did the right thing. Ooh. After a very short trip, I arrive at the academy searching for a parking spot. Every spot in this vast parking lot is taken by some form of vehicle. Apparently everyone else drove today too. Seriously, it seems like there's a vehicle here for every student. I'm just about ready to give up when I see it. A single breeze hot. A wave of giddy emotion threatens to burst out of me. I can practically see a holy ray of light shining down on it, accompanied by an angelic choir. Like, something like that. I wheel my bike closer than freeze in front of the... Wait, what? In front of the spot staked into the ground is a sign that states reserved parking for pass holders only. Of course, just my luck. With a groan, I start pulling my bike back. I guess I better... Wait, hold on. I glance around the parking lot again. It's completely devoid of life, which means there are no witnesses. No one sees me take this spot, doesn't it? Wait, if no one sees me take this spot, then doesn't that mean I've done no wrong? Dragging away any lingering doubt, I wheel the bike into the space. See, nothing bad happened. Now it's time to head to class. Oh shit. I turn around just in time to see another bike pull up beside me. Judging by the disheveled uniform, the guy's also a student, but the fierce scowl on his face convinced me that he's not looking to make friends.
Hey, what the hell do you think you're doing?
Shit, Taco.
Get that eyesore out of my spot, now!
Dang. With bared teeth, he points behind me he points behind him with his thumb. Great. Out of all the people who could have owned this spot, it has been someone like him.
Didn't you hear me? Move!
Okay, this is what you do. You take your shit and you run. You run. He jumps off his bike and marches towards me. Okay, this is so interesting. Do I want to get into a fight? Tough luck, pal. I struck before dismounting from my bike, but he cuts me off when I try to move past him.
You think you can just ignore me?
I'm trying to, but you're not making it easy. Judging by his deepening scowl, scowling's not good for your forehead, man. I can tell he won't be satisfied until one of us is bleeding on the ground. Great. First that crazy girl, and now this douchebag. Today's just not my lucky day. The tension between us is palpable. I tighten my fist, feeling the fire in his eyes. He shifts into a fighting stance. His hands are up to protect his face. He's definitely no stranger to violence. I better not underestimate him. I match his stance, and then... Shit. First blood! Oh guys, I laugh funny. I slide forward and swing my leg low. With his arm moves to block, I catch him off guard with a roundhouse kick to the head. He flies backwards several feet before tumbling to a stop on the asphalt. Taking my time, I bring my foot back and take a deep breath. I stroll towards his crumpled body and poke him with a toe. No. Maybe I overestimated him. This guy is hardly worth the effort. Too bad. I didn't hit him that hard, so I'm sure he'll be up in time for class, I think. Exhaling, I stride past his unconscious body. My parking spot is safe. Wait, my parking spot's safe. Dude, my dude's savage. Is that a good word, savage? Yeah, savage. I pull up the map of the campus on my phone. Luckily, the routes are easy to follow, and I'm soon standing before the auditorium. Thank God for technology. Isn't that right? I take a deep breath, healing my nerves, and firmly push open the doors to the auditorium. After a quick scan of the room, I select a seat near the back. I can tell this is a first year introductory class based on how spread out the students are and how quiet the room is. I hate that I have to take intro classes again. Some of my electives from CINY did not encompass the full scope of course material, whatever that means. A hush blankets the auditorium as a man strides to the front of the room.
Good morning. This is Piloting 101. Is everyone where you are supposed to be?
No. The professor waits patiently as a handful of students shuffle towards the nearest exit. I yawn and watch them leave with disinterest. He drags a web page from his tablet onto the screen behind him.
This is the class web link. Consider this portal as your lifeline for the course. You will find all your assignments and readings here, as well as your current grade in the course. You can find my contact information in the tab marked Contact. My office hours are listed, so please do not hesitate to stop by. Even I get lonely at times, and I appreciate visitors.
That compliment got a couple of weak chuckles from the room. He's so thorough. He's so boring. This is so boring. I've heard this speech about a million times, although the professor changed the speech. Professors change, the speech never does. Okay.
Now that we've gotten all the boring stuff out the way, I'm sure you're all eager to learn more about the qualifier exams on Friday.
The class visibly perks up.
The qualifier exam will not only register you as an active pilot, but will also provide you with your team ranking. I'm sure you've already picked out your teams by now, but I'd still like to remind you all that each team must have a minimum of 4 people in order to qualify.
Wait, are you serious? A hand shoots up from the middle of the room.
Yes?
Are you sure exams are this Friday? That only gives us 2 days to find a team.
Wait, soft snickers fill the room. The student visibly shrinks from all the eyes now focused on him.
The majority of students who began their first year here at Ace Academy are aware of the timeline for the qualifier exams and use their summers to form a team and prepare. In the past, we had extended the preparation time before the exam, but found that the majority of students did not need nor want the extra days. So we adjusted our schedules accordingly.
But what about those of us who didn't know about the qualifier ahead of time? What do we do?
What do we do?
I suggest you get to work finding yourself a team. Any other questions?
Yeah, let's join teams with that guy. The student scowls but shakes his head.
Good. The qualifier exam will pit your team's starting 4 against 4 AI gears. You will then be assigned a ranking based upon your overall performance relative to the other teams. Don't worry if you can't defeat all the AI gears. They are programmed to be extremely difficult to beat. Please ensure your gear is in pristine condition for battle. All exams are demonstrated live instead of in a simulator to most accurately gauge ability. Any questions?
He's answered with silence.
Let's get started then. Please check the web link for your assignment and have them complete for the next class. Welcome to Ace Academy. I hope you all have a great rest of the day.
You too. A thunder of chairs scrape along the floor as students filed out of the class. Those who remain chat animatedly in small groups. Yawning, I wait for the crowd in front of the door to thin before making my way out of the room. Once I'm by the door, a snippet of a nearby conversation catches my attention.
Hey, did you see what they brought into the hangar today?
Yeah, that ancient looking thing? I'll be amazed if it still works. Where the hell do you even find something like that? I bet they fished it out of the ocean.
The students laugh loudly. I have a sinking feeling about what they're talking about. I'm guessing like my freaking year. As I hurried out of the classroom, I check my phone and am excited to see an email notification. I eagerly read through the email. It's just a note letting me know my gear has been registered and I now have access to the hangar. While certainly that makes things easy for me, at CINY I spent days going through the registration process. We have to submit all of the paperwork ourselves, and of course nobody in the administrative office was ever helpful. Satisfied, I put away my phone and make my way to the hangar. I bring up the map. Wait, what? That's stupid. He puts it away, then he pulls it up. I bring up the map on my phone and touch the hangar, which lights up. Soon pulsating lights dot the path from my current location to the hangar. It's a bit of a trek away from the heart of campus, but I make good time. I scan my ID and walk in. I follow a long hallway which leads to a grand space filled with towering gears. Every one of them is sleek and refined and updated with the latest models of accessories and weapons. They weren't kidding when they said Japan was the leader in mecha technology. I walked past several rows of gears until... Ew, it's so stagnant. Like the transition of looking at stuff is so stagnant. I'm reunited with Eagle. This is also going to be my outro thing. I'll just get another picture really quickly. A crowd of students surround it. They speak in hushed tones, but break into snickers when they notice me. I push my way towards them, but they disperse before I even reach them. Most are trying to hide their laughter and failing miserably. I give my gear a detailed inspection to make sure it didn't suffer any dings or damages during transit. So far so good. My gear may be a bit bulkier than the others, but it's in working condition, which ultimately is what matters. The colors, you see, look, the colors, it's spelled a little bit differently, are still bright too. I wonder if they polished it for me, or if it always looked this good.
The other guys might laugh at your gear, but I sense that it's different.
Like this fucking voice acting right now, it's so weird. Like, the other guys might laugh at your gear, but I sense that it's different.
Spirit.
Spirit.
Something that makes it stand out amongst the others. Yes, I can feel this one is truly special indeed.
Like this voice actor, I don't like his voice. I hadn't noticed the student beside me. His arms are folded and he's nodding with closed eyes as if he's trying to say something truly deep and meaningful. Can I help you? He seems harmless enough. Sort of. I may as well see what he wants. Might even be able to ask him some questions of my own afterwards. Can I help you there? Do you need something?
Oh, right.
He seemed almost surprised, as if he forgot why he came. He fidgets so much, I wonder if he's nervous.
The name's Sho Shinjiro. Pleased to meet you.
Not at all. He thrusts his hands out in greeting, grinning from ear to ear. I cautiously shake his hand. Hi, I'm Marky. I think it would have been better just to freaking put Marky.
You're a second-year pilot too, right?
Yeah, how did you?
Not that many students transfer during second year, you know? You're the talk of the pilot's lounge. A mysterious, foreign transfer student.
Ooh, my freaking ankles hurt. That would explain the interest around my gear. I guess I didn't quite live up to their expectations. I'm not sure what they were expecting, though.
And I deduced that you are this transfer student.
Like how? I wonder what gave me away. It couldn't have possibly been my golden locks.
I've gotta say, I thought you'd be taller.
Because I'm boring, man. You don't know where I come from. For all you know, I grew up in a small family. I think average height for someone in like Japan is like 5'7", or maybe it'd be a bit taller now because I think those, what's it called? What do you call them? CNS? Finest? The demographics for height and stuff. It's probably a little bit taller now with better health benefits and food that have been coming around in the last few years. Health insurance and nutrition. So they might be taller. Doesn't matter. He starts comparing our heights with his hand, but is a bit disappointed to find out we're about the same height. Again, just what was he expecting? We don't all look like Leonardo DiCaprio. Nice parody names for Leonardo DiCaprio. I think his perception of America is a bit skewed.
Anyway, you're new here, which means you're not part of a team yet, right?
Rude. Dude, I don't know. Anyways, oh, right. That's been on my mind since class ended. I nod almost certain I knew what he was about to say next.
Well, it just so happens that my team is lacking that oh-so-vital fourth member we need to be able to compete.
Oh, so vital fourth member you guys need to complete. That's me. Looks like he looks at me hopefully, then leans close, a little too close. Personal space, man, come on.
You see where I'm going with this, don't you? Basically what I'm saying is, you should join my team because we're awesome.
And you need another member. Oh, my neck hurts. Sorry. Sounds like fun. Sign me up. Okay. I didn't mean for my neck to like pop. I just turned it and it just snapped. What the hell? He seems friendly enough. Plus, I'm not exactly in a position to be picky about who team I choose. Sure, why not?
Now that's what I'm talking about, Brosif.
Yes, I'm Brosif now. Excitement brightens his face, and I'll admit, the feeling is somewhat infectious.
Come on, our lounge is that way. I'll introduce you to the team.
Shu and I make our way down to the hall.
Now, where should I start? Oh right, so there's this girl.
So there's this girl. Shu talks the entire way to the lounge. He's constantly interrupting himself and going off on tangents, so I only catch about half of what he's saying. We navigate the tunnels and eventually reach the exit. Shu opens the door and ushers me through with a small flourish. Sorry. The lounge is filled with groups of pilots. I guess everyone's catching up with their team. Shu squeezes between the groups. I follow him towards the back of the room. He pauses in front of two girls. Uh-oh, I noticed one of them. The one with dark hair stares at her feet as soon as she notices Shu, while the one with red continues chatting on her cell phone. I know who the red one is, the one with red hair is. We freaking knocked the shit out of her with our bike. Shu motions towards the dark-haired girl.
This is Mayu. She's the coolest person on this team.
Oh, that's cool.
But, don't tell Kaori I said that.
He glances at the redhead, who isn't paying the slightest bit of attention to us. Mayu blushes deeply.
That's not true.
And you probably are the coolest person, because he's a bit annoying. And she's a big jerk. Well, no, she's very aggravated. It's nice to meet you, Mayu. I'm Mark. I smiled at her and hold out my hand. She wrinkles her brow in confusion, then gingerly shakes my hand. It continues to shake. It.